always know, we here early, ready to get it in. Hoping y'all having a fantastic morning. And yes, we on time for once. We on time. We on time. Yeah, hope y'all had a good weekend. I hope everything is coming together good for you guys. The week is going kind of crazy for me. Yesterday it was a bit nerve-wracking because I was wondering what was going to happen when it comes down to the sentencing. Pretty worried about it until, of course, I checked my comments and I saw one person that basically said they can't do but so much, and they said something else about it may be a felony, but he still will be able to serve as the president. So that right there in itself, whew, made me feel a little better. Did a bit more research and I found some more upgraded clips of some new information what I could bring to you guys, and we can really get an assessment of what Judge Marchand has planned for President Trump, of course. But like I said, it's your boy BOOGOTTINYC. Welcome to the bottom line. Hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend. It's Sunday. Some of y'all probably laid up, just hanging out, kicking back and sleeping in. But you still want to be informed and you still want to get the right type of information. So y'all know where to go. Y'all got to come to the bottom line. Got to be honest with you. I was hoping that we could do like another 5-piece today and just get in and out. No. Research, development, finding out information. We got an 8-piece today. We got a couple of subs that go into a couple of other titles, but at the end of the day, we have to get this information out. It has to correlate, and if there's any sub information, we need that too, so that we can get the full roundabout story. Why? So that we can get the information and then determine what we want to do. So without any further ado, I bring to you the bottom line. Let's go. And we can start off by reading our titles like we always do because we love our thumbnails. Everybody that's here, top of the morning, hope y'all good. Thumbnail says what? FBI timeline on the killer. This, who we're referring to, is Shamsud Din Jamar. I'm sorry, Shamsud Din. I can't say his name, so Shadim or whatever your name is, Din Jabari. They have a timeline on exactly what he actually did. Before, I was thinking that, how is it possible for this guy to do all of this stuff and orchestrate all of this stuff himself? Which made me think that there were other people that had something to do with this, this horrific thing that he basically did. But as I did more research, I noticed that he actually did plant these IADs by himself. They have the footage. They actually tracked him. And from what we're seeing here, up here we got the part where they was tracking him. He was planting the IADs. And they have footage of him actually planting them, which is pretty crazy. And like I said, you never know what someone is doing, especially when it's around big crowds and big events that's going on. So we're going to have to be much more diligent if we see somebody dropping off a bag or doing something stupid, because you never know what could be in that bag. So the IADs, he had dropped those off. And then they have the complete timeline of everything that he basically did. We're going to go into that. Judge Marchand, who's in the Trump case, may not get the last laugh. As we were nervous yesterday and before, and we found out that these political people that are for Trump, they're trying to use every single last-ditch effort to try to shake up whatever they can do before he comes in and takes office, right? So the Judge Marchand basically tried to put in his last-ditch effort to say, you know what, I want you in here on the 10th. And I honestly got nervous and I thought, oh my God, they're going to give him a felony or something like that. It's going to have something to do with him not being able to get inaugurated. Then what's going to happen? After we did some more research, we learned that it's a ploy. It seems as if he just wants to show face. He's trying to get his sentence implemented before Trump takes office so that they can now say that our president is a felon. We don't care. We know it was all orchestrated and you guys all set this up, which is why he was voted in and he's now the president. So whatever. Abdul, what's up? How everybody doing this morning? What else we got in the queue? We got the illegal migrant that had a stash of $1 million in drugs and guns, and he was keeping that in a shelter. So not only was he here illegally, had drugs and guns, he was keeping it in some sort of a hotel slash shelter. We gonna get into that too. Then we got 24-year-old man who's charged with shooting 2 security guards at a DTLA Target store. This guy has been a nuisance and a pain in the butt for many years. He's been a criminal, career criminal. And basically this time he actually shot 2 security guards. So we got to get into that. But without any further ado, let's get into the first clip. The one that we're talking about that has to do with all of this stuff that has to do with the sentencing of Donald Trump and what they're planning on doing. And the extent, basically, of what Judge Marchand can do in this case.
Okay, my friends, so we know jail time is off the table, and Judge Marchand wrote something called unconditional discharge will be the most likely. What does that mean? Is it essentially something symbolic? And why not delay or table the sentencing until he's out of office in 2029?
It does sound like a contradiction in terms, doesn't it? But here's how it works. Under New York law, you can discharge someone, say you're free to go conditionally, keep your nose clean in this or that way, and then a sentence follows. If the court chooses, a discharge can also be unconditional, very rare. But what it means is what it sounds like, no penalty. Trump has no physical accountability. Nevertheless, I think I would choose the opposite top line from Vaughn. And it was already a foregone conclusion for obvious reasons, as Mayor Chun put it, that as of November 5th, he was not going to face any kind of serious jail time. And what really matters, I think, what was left for society to claim is the fact of conviction, the historical point, the scarlet letter that makes it clear that our next president is a felon.
What they were really trying to do, because this network right here, they don't like Trump. I listen to the way that they talk, and you can just tell from their championing anything negative that they don't like Trump. But what I can see is another last-ditch effort to try to throw a monkey wrench, like I said yesterday. And not only that, but they were trying to make it so that people like ourselves would say, we don't want to elect a criminal or a felon, so therefore we're not going to elect Donald Trump as the president. We knew what was going on, and we knew that you guys were BSing and selling us on nonsense. So therefore, that's the reason why he's the president now. So all of this crap that they're doing, whatever. But again, I go to even their network to find out the information, because under all of this crap is the real truth of what the judge is saying. So I don't worry about networks and why are you on MSNBC, why are you on Fox. I worry about the overall mission statement, because if it's the truth and what they're saying, the bottom line, I still get what they're saying.
Going to fight mightily against that, try to stay or keep it from happening. But that, I think, given where we stood, is a really significant development, because he's making such strong efforts to take the election as a complete cleaning of the slate, and it isn't. He's still.
And what he, again, right there, trying to take the election to make it a complete cleaning of the slate. That is his opinion and how he feels about it, but that's not necessarily the truth, which is how I could find out that he's not partisan. He feels a certain way about Trump, and that's still, even though he's that way, I still get the information that I need from this broadcast.
A convict, and for Mayor Chun to affirm that, I think, is really noteworthy, even historical.
Donald Trump is expected to appeal his sentencing. How does that play out with him as the sitting president? How likely is it that a higher court could overturn the ruling, since there is no actual penalty? And timing-wise, this is all supposed to go down on Friday, 6 days from now in New York City. 10 days later, he is to be inaugurated. Can all of this be sorted out in that quick a period of time?
Timing is everything here, Alex. Of course he can appeal. Anybody can appeal a conviction and a sentence. Typically, though, a defendant has to wait until sentence is pronounced. That's when the conviction actually becomes final. Then you bring your appellate remedies. So you're not able to jump the gun. Of course, Trump is a specialist at jumping the gun, and he has at the end of the path the Supreme Court possibly to help him jump it. But he's going to have to come up with some novel argument. Of course, every court is saying unprecedented circumstances, et cetera, that the mere fact that Mir Chun on Friday, looks down, peers over him, gives him a tongue wagging as he will, and pronounces sentence. That fact is an irreparable injury, even though for any other defendant it wouldn't be. Nothing irreparable. You just go to the Court of Appeals, and if they say Mir Chun is wrong, it wipes it off. Here, however, it may be that the appeals can't happen while he's president. His vindication, if he deserved one, would be in 2029. So can he get either of the two higher New York courts or the U.S. Supreme Court to bite on the idea that he has a novel claim for irreparable injury to actually put Friday's sentencing off calendar? That's his real game here. And like everything else, it's a novel sort of circumstance given the unprecedented situation. I think he shouldn't be able to. I see nothing irreparable here, but you can see the argument on the other side. The mere fact of it will burden the presidency, et cetera.
Okay.
Exactly. It's going to burden the presidency. And not only that, you guys are just really just trying to throw what? Last minute monkey wrenches to do whatever you can before he takes office. And it's not working. Let me tell you what's going to happen now that we really can see what's happening. He's going to become the president. He's going to get in there and try to appeal this thing. They're going to overturn it. In a couple of months, they're going to announce that this crap has been overturned. There's other courts and other publications that have talked about this in different manners where it wasn't so partisan and they weren't being as a-hole as this guy was. So I've already seen the underlining of it. So I'm comfortable knowing that they're not going to be able to basically get rid of him and throw our vote up under the bus, which is what the last thing that they were trying to do. Real talk. Now, what y'all got to say? Abdullah, where are you from? Don't know your president. President Trump, United States. You serious? You don't know my president? That New York trial was an embarrassment to the judicial system because it was a sham. A shame. Mac Dude 04. Zombie Jones, who is this Brian Pumper wannabe? Now you can go. Let's remove you. You don't know who I am, dog? Hide user on this channel. Now you're gone. And I love doing it. I just learned how to do it. They loathe him, bro. He is the oh, you got me on this, antithesis of what they believe in. They hate what they can't control, right? You're right about that. Charlotte Rose, put him in jail. Charlotte says put him in jail. Corey, wow, dude, you voted for Trump? I guess I did. Not know how I look voting for Kamala Harris. You think I want females to be disrespected and trannies to be going in bathrooms? You know how worse it's going to be? I'm a grown man. I really work out here. You let all these migrants in to hurt our country. I'm not stupid. Anyway, next story. There was a woman that was killed by her boyfriend this past Thursday. She was shot 7 times and he ran over her with a car. The deputy said that the man killed her in Pensacola, Florida. We're not going to just stay on one state, one topic. You guys know how we do. But there's a lot of stuff that's going on, and a lot of people have their attitudes, and they're doing things that they shouldn't be doing, which is lashing out, which is not thinking about what they do before they do it. Getting to a certain old, ripe age like my own, and then deciding to do something stupid. We don't do that. We think and we be smart about what we do. So what we do is we come here and then we look at stuff like this so that we don't replicate the nonsense that they're doing. But there's a lot of people out there that are acting out on just their emotions and their feelings. You shouldn't do that. And that's something that we as a people should work on, honestly.
Escaping deputies have made an arrest after a murder last night. They have Charles Carson Dowdy with the second-degree murder of his girlfriend. Now, family members have identified the victim as 30-year-old Star Tucker.
And Tucker's family spoke with WEAR's Haley Samples just a few hours ago. Haley, they shared with you just who Star Tucker was.
Babsu, her sister tells me in just a matter of hours, her worst nightmare became her reality.
I don't know, I'm sorry, I don't have all the right words. I'm tired. I haven't slept. I hardly eat. I'm just exhausted. I feel like I'm in a nightmare.
That's Tariah Tucker. She's the younger sister of Star Tucker. Her family says the 30-year-old was an active member of the Air Force and a Florida A&M alum. They say she also just started a relationship with Charles Carson Dowdy.
He seemed sweet. He seemed innocent. He seemed charming.
Thursday night, deputies were called to the parking lot of this apartment complex on Baldridge Drive. Sheriff Chip Simmons says they were responding to a call for shots fired and found Tucker in the parking lot.
The investigation revealed that the victim's boyfriend had fired about 15 to 16 shots and struck her 7 times at least, and then used her car to drive over her.
Tucker later died at the hospital. Her family later learning Carson Dowdy was arrested and charged in the crime.
He didn't give off. He could do something like this. But you never know until it's too late. I don't understand why he did what he did, because he could have just left. I just want justice as of now, and I won't stop until I get it.
Deputies say Charles Dowdy was arrested and booked into jail in Baldwin County, Alabama. They say he was in Tucker's car and had stopped after getting a flat tire. Tucker's family is still in shock, wanting to know why.
We're going to continue to gather evidence, even though he's already in jail. And we're already working with the state attorney's office on prosecution. We're going to continue to build the case, even make it even stronger, so that he.
Women, be careful about who you date. Don't just be with people just because you feel like you're lonely or maybe times are hard or whatever like that. Same goes for men. Y'all be careful with who y'all dealing with and think before you act. You never know who you're dealing with. You have to spend a little more time with them. I can't be like a guru here and tell you how to live and how to judge people. I'm just here to show you the news, but we have to be more discerning and we have to understand a little bit more about who we allow into our lives. Real talk. That was a very bad, sad story. And I pray for her family, and I pray that everybody that's affected by this crime, this horrific crime, get some sort of peace out of this. We got a banger coming right now. Right now, we got the FBI that reveals new details on the timeline of the New Orleans killer, the attacker. They said that they had barriers that they should have had in play, but they had removed those barriers. And they even said that if they had the barriers there, the way that he went about the crime, that he would have still been able to do what he did. So it was just a horrific crime as well when it comes down to all of the people that lost their lives. And our hearts go out to everybody that passed in New Orleans in this terrible time. They were out there celebrating, New Year's. Never thought that this was going to be the last day of their lives. So this is the follow-up right here to that. We're still getting more information, as it comes in. But, I try to give you guys what's happening as I get it, and try to get you the back end stories as well, just to let you get more detailed information about what's really happening here on this developing story.
Now to the latest on the deadly New Year's Day shooting in New Orleans. A memorial of flowers and candles continues to grow at this hour on Bourbon Street, where an Army veteran from Texas mowed down a crowd, killing 14 people. The FBI says he was inspired by ISIS but acted alone, and now law enforcement says it's concerned over copycat attacks. ABC's Morgan Norwood has more.
As the FBI combs through hundreds of hours of surveillance video and hundreds of tips, federal authorities now warning law enforcement agencies across the country to be on alert for copycat attacks. It comes as dramatic video shows people scrambling to safety as a white F-150 truck raced down Bourbon Street New Year's Day. One person just barely getting out of the way. Robert Neville works in the area. He described the scene as terrifying.
We watched the people actually flipping.
50 truck raced.
Now you see that right there? That truck just missed her. If she wouldn't have got up on that sidewalk right there, that would have been it. I'm talking about they're literally running for their lives because they already see what's going on up the street. Yo, do me a favor, y'all. Like the video so that we can let everybody know what we're doing. Don't want no money, nothing at all. Fist bump, 2 taps right there. All it takes is 2 taps on the screen. We have 320 people in the building and we got 3 likes. Come on, y'all. Let's get those likes up. Let's get those likes up. I got some heat coming after this. What I got coming up after this, I got the police actually falling down, but I'm gonna need more likes. I got the hits. I got a lot of stuff about to happen right now. Y'all be thinking that I be putting those other clips in the middle when the video and the algorithm is gonna go down. I do that so that those small stories can still get the views. I'm not stupid. If I put them at the end, y'all just gonna leave. So what I do is I put the small stories in the middle and then I come with a banger. So if you decide to leave on a small story, you're lost. Come on, y'all. 10 likes, we need more. We got 267 people. I want to see that 19 go to 20 and we good. That 19 go to 20, I'm turning around, I'm pressing the button, and I got the heat for y'all. Come on, come on. One more like. We need one more. There we go.
150 truck raced down Bourbon Street New Year's Day. One person just barely getting out of the way. Robert Neville works in the area. He described the scene as terrifying.
We watched the people actually flip in the air it's crazy. Like, as we seen the incident happen, we all try to rush out to aid the people.
The FBI revealing a new detailed timeline, saying
this is where I went wrong. Because I thought that there was more than one person that was planting these IEDs. It wasn't. It was just him. So this guy strategically got out, planted bombs in certain places, then went and got his truck and did all of this. He had already been there for a little while. This is crazy. So for somebody to have the wherewithal to do all of this, I don't know. What you guys thinking about this? Happy Sunday morning, y'all. God bless everybody here. Thank you for coming. I Need Dubs said hi. Yeah, J. King, this is sad, right? INF Dubs, amazing. Trump is amazing. Kinku Butts, much love. Truth, just what I thought. Keep your lips zip, pip. Sandra said hi. What's up over there, Kevin? This knucklehead was staying 4 blocks from my house. What? Kevin, where? Kevin, come on now, chime in, Kevin. We need to hear what you're talking about. Kevin said that this knucklehead was staying 4 blocks from his crib, y'all. I like your style too, J. King. Wendell Frazier said hi. Zesty Stream. Uh-oh, do you have to get you up out of here too, Evil? Because I love banging and getting people up out. That Zesty right there, I'm sorry, you got to go. You got to go. Boom. See, this is what I'm saying. I don't need moderators. I love doing stuff like this. I'm my own troll. They got the nerve to be trolling a troll and don't know I love doing this. I've been a troll before they called it a troll. I'm 50 years old. So nothing that you little kids try to do when it comes down to these comments and stuff like that does nothing to me. My skin is too thick, too thick. Let's play and let's keep it going.
Shamsud Din Jamar drove that rented truck from Houston to New Orleans on December 31st, posting multiple videos to Facebook, claiming he joined and pledged allegiance to ISIS, despite...
So I want to know, how come in real time, if he was posting stuff to Facebook, if you guys got it like that from what I see, how come they weren't letting that be known? Why weren't they contacting the FBI to let people know this guy is claiming this and this is where he's moving? That's when it's okay to go ahead and enact stuff to protect the people.
Earlier fears the 42-year-old may have had accomplices. The FBI now saying he was likely a lone wolf. At 2:03 a.m., he's seen near Bourbon Street. The FBI saying he planted explosives in 2 coolers with a remote detonator. By 3:15 a.m., surveillance video showing him taking a right turn, then barreling down Bourbon Street. And now we're learning more about the victims who lost their lives. Kareem Badawi, a freshman and fraternity member at the University of...
Come on, man. Nah, we can't just let this go by this fast like this. No. Because what's going to happen in a couple of months, a couple of weeks, we're going to forget all about these people. Yes, life goes on, but these are real people here. We got to really be more accountable to what's going on in the world. We really do. This is crazy.
Alabama.
Fun-loving guy. He was a positive guy and well-liked.
And 26-year-old Drew Dauphin celebrating the new year with his younger brother Matthew.
And everybody that knows Drew and knows Matthew, they were one. They were best friends.
According to a 2019 security assessment, the city of New Orleans was warned that broken blockades made Bourbon Street vulnerable to a vehicle ramming incident. Now, the city did beef up security presence and work to install new barriers, but that work wasn't done. And experts say even if it was, it likely wouldn't have stopped what happened here on New Year's Day. I'm Morgan Norwood from New Orleans, Channel 6 Action News.
All right, so what do you guys think? Because I did say that, you know, I was beating them up. 2 things I got wrong, and I like to call myself out because I'm a man, I have no problem with that. So I did get it wrong where I thought that there were people probably helping. And then I did get it wrong with the last part there where it said, I didn't get it, but don't worry about it, whatever. But I'll own when I make mistakes. I do want to go into this other story right here because it's very important. We have this illegal migrant that was caught with a stash of guns and drugs. Yeah, so like I said, he was making money off of drugs and guns, and he was staying in a shelter, a homeless shelter. I think it was like a hotel or something like that. But he had over $1 million in drugs that they found. Over $1 million in drugs that this guy had inside of the shelter that he was staying at. So, oh boy, so we're housing them. But, oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. I promised you guys this. I want you guys to see this. This is what I promised that I was going to show you. Anybody that can't handle it, I understand if you can't, but I do want you to see what I found yesterday. This is actual footage that you're going to see of the truck right there. Then you're going to see the policeman fall down because Shamsud actually pow-powed him and he fell down and he hit the ground. You're going to see that right now. I'm going to rewind it a few times, but watch this if you can. Try to see, you know what? It's too scary. I'm going to go ahead and give y'all the whoop, 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 swoopy, swoopy. Give y'all the swoopy so we can really get in there because I promised y'all this and I don't want to take those likes without paying what I owe. If y'all really appreciate the content, give me some more likes. But watch this. So basically that was the shooting in the front where it actually went down at. But watch this. When you do it in slow motion, watch this. All right, come on now, come on. Come on now, hold on. Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. I got the clips, I found them. Somebody put these clips up. So this is the shooting. That's them shooting right there. That's the truck right there. That's the cop that got hit. He flew back. And he actually, you could see him take the ground. He hits the ground from the actual impact of the shell.
What the fuck? The guy just fucking died.
It's right here.
What the fuck? The guy just fucking died. What the fuck? The guy just fucking died. What the fuck? The guy just fucking died.
So I'm trying to get it. So y'all, there you go. Here we go. Here we go. Watch this, y'all. Here we go. Here we go. Watch this. See if it let me do it. It let me do it yesterday. It's acting up right now. All right, cool. Here it come. I'm going to slow it down for you. I'm trying to slow it down, but it's... Come on. Stop this bullshit. Come on. There you go when he get hit. Right there. The cop goes down right there. This is when they're firing at the truck. The white truck hits this. I guess this is something that had a light over, like shining a light in the air. This is Shamsud Din or whatever inside this truck. That's a police officer right there. This is a police officer. That's the truck. He gets out the truck. He shoots the officer. The officer goes down right here on the ground. And then you hear all the firing and they finally get him. Yesterday I got this clip in my description. So if you guys want to do this, you can actually see for yourself what happened. First, this guy's walking, then you're going to see him start running as soon as the cop fall. It's really acting up right now, y'all. I really apologize for this, but it wasn't doing this yesterday. I was able to actually control it. There go the cop right there. Shoots him, and the cop falls. You see him right there, plain as day. That's when he had started running inside. So yeah, this is the actual, see? And then that's the other cop shooting at him and basically subduing him while the other cop hits the ground. So we definitely had a few officers that got hit in the line of fire during this horrific event. So Real quick, play the whole thing from the top. If I play it fast, you guys really not going to see it. That's why I actually wanted to slow it down, you know, to give you guys a good insight of, you know, what was actually going on there. But it's a small clip. It's on Twitter, and that's majorly the reason why it's not playing, you know, as good as we wanted to. But we definitely got to the bottom line of what I wanted you guys to see. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. What's up, Beth? Keep keeping it real. Hope y'all saw that right there. I hope y'all saw that right there. All right, cool. What we got now? We got the illegal migrant that was caught with a stash of guns and drugs. Like I said, he had $1 million in drugs, and he had a AR-15 that they caught him with. So let's go. This was in Revere.
Investigators, they're looking into why an undocumented immigrant had an assault rifle and this large stash of drugs inside an emergency family shelter. NBC 10's Malcolm Johnson joining us live from Revere with more on who federal investigators say is behind the gun and drug charges. Malcolm.
Well, investigators say the suspect illegally entered the country last year, JC, but they don't know where or when. And they say that he'd been staying here at this hotel turned emergency shelter, allegedly with guns and over 200 grams of drugs in his possession. On December 17, 2024, Revere police responded to a call from this Morris Street Quality Inn.
When they arrived there, they learned of a gentleman up in a room on the third floor that may have in his possession an assault rifle.
An assault rifle, fentanyl worth over $1 million, bricks of cocaine, and smaller amounts for sale are what investigators found on the third floor.
So y'all telling me that the cartel not already here? Y'all telling me that the cartel is not already here? How he get all this? Illegal immigrant, AR, over $1 million in drugs. How he get all this? Cartel ain't already here?
And the room of 28-year-old Leonardo Andujar Sanchez of the Dominican Republic.
This gentleman was clearly a threat to public safety. A lot of women and children and people here in kind of, dire circumstances. They need help. They need assistance.
The hotel serves as an emergency family shelter that's run by the state.
The remaining people that were in the emergency shelter were kept safe because the majority of people in that shelter are looking for safe housing options. We're going to make sure that if we hear or see bad things happening, that we're going to intervene.
Tonight, the Executive Office of Housing and Livable Communities says there is zero tolerance for criminal activity in EA shelters. We took immediate action to terminate this individual from the EA system, and we confirmed with federal immigration officials that they have lodged a detainer.
Okay, that's just in Revere. How many other states is the same thing going on? Like shelters are, it's just like prisons now. It's like when you go to jail, yes, there are correctional officers and there's a warden, right? They run the overall prison, right? But there's sub areas that run prisons too, like gangs, like, races and things like that. So just because you think that you got somebody staying somewhere and you're maintaining it, doesn't mean that there's not smaller situations going on. Just like in all of these shelters where now the migrants that are there legally, they're scared to death because they got to deal with people like this. They got drugs and guns and stuff like that. And they're scared to go tell because if they do, what's going to happen? And the most 9 times out of 10, it's probably a sanctuary city that he's in. So he's here illegally, selling drugs, got guns, and we paying for him to stay there for free and giving them money. Go U.S. Go Biden.
Here, City Councilor Juan Jaramillo says this is an isolated incident.
Right? The Department of Justice has run a study on crimes and immigration, and overwhelmingly, documented and even undocumented immigrants commit much less crime than U.S.-born citizens.
And Monica, within the last hour, I spoke with State Representative Jessica Ann Giannino. She says, in part, quote, "It's clear that the federal immigration crisis is contributing to significant safety risks in our communities. Local and state authorities can only do so much. It's time."
Exactly. Local and state authorities can only do so much because it came in at a federal level, meaning that all of these people coming in, you guys know what's going on, so it's by design. We're not stupid. We're not stupid. All right, y'all. Sleeper cells. Yes, much love from Kinkle Butts. Hairline Cam, Yolanda. Cedric Virtual. Hello. What's up, To Be Catholic? What happened? A lot happened. Peace and love to the room. Evan Daniel. I thought it multiple people too, but you never know what people are capable of. You're right. Yaus. That's a 5 head. Yeah, I got a big ass head. My head is so big, please. I got better jokes than y'all. Y'all don't want to get into the head jokes. I got the whole world. In my head, I got the whole world. In my head, I got all types of jokes. I'm the worst, I'm telling you. You can't troll a troll. Don't waste your time. I got better jokes than you on myself. Anyway, if you guys like the content, you appreciate what's going on, go ahead and hit that like button because y'all already know it's about to turn up. I got more. If y'all ain't got nothing to do, y'all want to turn up, y'all want to watch some good content, stay with your boy. I got more. Fist bump, y'all. Oh, we got 48. Let's get that to 50. Let's go. So right now, what are we going to do? We're going to get into this man who's charged in the shooting of 2 security guards at a DTLA target. He's 25 years old. Isn't that almost like the age of that girl that shot the mail carrier yesterday in Harlem? She was 24. Then we had another 23-year-old that did something. And then we had a smart commenter yesterday that said that their child is about 24 years old and she basically has no control of them. It seems like our youth are just running rampant, and that's sad because they're the ones that's supposed to step up and take over the next generations. So how are we going to be able to feel comfortable about letting that happen if we got people like this kid running around acting a fool?
Developing news now at 11 as prosecutors announce felony charges against the shoplifting suspect accused of shooting 2 security guards at a downtown LA Target store. Good morning and welcome to the KTLA 5 Morning News at 11 a.m. I'm Glenn Walker.
And I'm Lou Parker. Thanks for joining us. Those guards were wounded late Monday night when police say they confronted the suspect who opened fire.
The suspect was arrested the next day after an hours-long standoff. KTLA 5's Gene Kang live at downtown LA with details on the charges that were just announced in the case. Gene?
Hi, Glenn. Hi, Lou. Yes, they just wrapped up that news conference here in downtown LA. The district attorney, as well as LAPD's police chief, announced serious charges against that suspect who was accused of shooting those 2 security guards in downtown LA at the Target store.
We have filed felony counts, serious felony counts of attempted murder and robbery in the 2nd degree against Jabril Andrew Matoyer, 25 years old, from Los Angeles.
25-year-old Jabril Matoyer is being charged and held on $4 million bail with serious charges today. On the evening of December 30th, DA Nathan Hochman said,
Damn, $4 million? That's more than Diddy got right now. They won't even give him a bail. $4 million? Jesus Christ.
25-year-old Jabril Matoyer is being charged and held on $4 million bail with serious charges today. On the evening of December 30th, DA Nathan Hochman says he's accused of shooting 2 Target security officers. One of them is in critical condition. Authorities say he tried to steal merchandise from inside the downtown LA Target store over at 7th and Figueroa. Shoppers ran in panic during all of that chaos that day. Just 3 days earlier, at the same location, new information, he allegedly shot a man at an ATM who refused to hand over cash.
This guy has been a menace. And because look where he at, in a sanctuary state like LA. He's able to get in and get out and keep on doing the same thing. Thanks, Gavin Newsom. Fantastic. What do you guys think about this nonsense? This is what makes the prices of everything go up. This is what makes it really hard for us to keep certain vendors and certain brands and certain companies that want to stay in business in certain places. Walgreens, all of the places that people is stealing and just walking in and taking whatever they want, right? Wait a minute. Then we get to this part where they actually start committing crimes and shooting people, trying to act like they right for what they're doing. This guy, this is crazy. So let me ask you guys a question. In LA, anybody here from LA? Anybody here from LA? Anybody here from LA? Anybody here from LA? What do you guys think? Yeah, he said he got a forehead. Yeah, you already know. I like them jokes, man. Keep going. I wonder why the barricades were down. Why, truth, why what you know? It's MC. Wow, thank you for sharing. Eddie, I see you a lot. Do a good job. I don't care what they even preach about, but it's pretty unbiased. You know, thought that was a penguin and the video was paused. Can't see nothing. I'm from Missouri. We have guns on our own. No need to rush, Mr. Policeman. You see that? Missouri, they can take care of themselves. In Missouri, they can take care of themselves because they can carry. We can't carry in New York. So, like, I don't even know. I don't know about LA. They can't carry, so these people couldn't defend themselves, and they probably wouldn't carry at work. So then what?
LAPD led a manhunt, and within 24 hours, after solid detective work and tips from the public, they tracked that suspect down to an apartment building in the Westlake district, where he barricaded himself for hours before a SWAT team eventually used tear gas to flush him out. Target management has expressed serious concerns over all of the violence. They're cooperating with this investigation. That same store, get this, was also the site of a 2022 stabbing involving a homeless man attacking a mother and child.
Tear gas. Yeah, they had to go through a lot to get this. This is not a regular shoplifter. I'm not trying to encourage anything, but the way he was moving, he might as well have been hitting banks. I mean, come on. Like, you using all that artillery, you got all that stuff going on, and oh man, I don't know. What do you guys think? Because again, like, you know how I get when I start getting from different directions. I'm the one that has to funnel this information and give it to you guys. So I got to retain all that information in this big old head that y'all joking on. That's why I'm able to do this. And now what we got? We got Greenwood, a murder suspect who's probably linked to Indians. That's right, the Indians. They want to get their pop on too. They want to wild out. They got their Indian gangs going on. They got over the border illegally. So why not go ahead and start acting up too? So in Greenwood, you got the Indians acting up. Watch this.
A teammate investigates an international gang from India, possibly linked to 4 Greenwood men arrested and charged with murder in New Jersey. ITMate's Cody Fisher is combing through the court documents. Cody.
Yeah, according to these court documents I obtained from the prosecutor in New Jersey, 3 of the men admitted to plotting to kill Kuldeep Kumar on their drive from Greenwood, Indiana to the East Coast. The day before the murder on October 22nd, court documents show Sarav Kumar and his brother Gaurav Singh borrowed an Audi SUV so Sarav could take a girl on a date. The documents show that date was not with a girl, it was with death. Sarav, Gurdeep Singh, and Nirmal Singh later admitted to police they picked up Kuldeep Kumar in the borrowed car from where he was staying in Ozone Park, New York, outside of New York City. During the roughly 2-hour drive to where Kumar was murdered, Sarav confronted him about his role in his sister's death. Kumar allegedly confessed, telling the men they could punish him however they see fit. When they got to the rural wooded area,
I'm sure that they made that part up. He was nervous, he was shook or whatever like that. But I'm sure that man ain't say to KILL hockey sticks me.
area of New Jersey, Gurdeep says Sarav shot Kumar. The victim, Kuldeep Kumar, was in the United States illegally since December 2023. He'd applied for asylum, saying he feared prosecution or torture if he went home. His asylum hearing was scheduled for the morning after he was murdered.
So this is what's bad, because this man actually put in for asylum. He did everything the right way, and he still was hurt by who? Gang members, Indian gang members who were here doing illegal activity. The same way like the prior story where I was trying to explain to you how people that are in those situations and in those conditions have to live with people like this as well. So not only do they have to worry about where they staying at, they got to worry about the people there because they're committing crimes like these Indian criminals right here.
The crime scene, police found evidence making a reference to the Lawrence Bishnoi gang. International reporting by Reuters says the Lawrence Bishnoi gang originated in the northern Indian province of Punjab. Its ringleader, Lawrence Bishnoi, seen here being escorted by police, runs the gang from prison in India. He's charged in more than 80 cases. Court documents in New Jersey show the transnational organized crime department of the FBI told detectives the gang operates in India, Canada, and the United States and is known for murder for hire, narcotics trafficking, and violent extortions.
So yes, it's not just Hispanic migrants, it's not just Venezuelan, it's not just, no, we got all races of illegal migrants coming here. Why? Because the border's open and it's a free-for-all. Who's got to suffer and deal with it? Us. Thanks, Joe. Thanks, Kamala. Border czar. I got an ex-Green Beret here who said he knows the Las Vegas suspect and said none of this information checks out. He feels as if the information that's being given to and being said about the Green Beret who blew up the cyber truck in the front of Trump Tower, he says that this information is not panning out. What do you guys think? Let's get it.
About the suspect in the Las Vegas Cybertruck explosion as police reveal letters left behind by Army soldier Matthew Livelsberger.
This is an excerpt from that letter. He says, fellow service members, veterans, and all Americans, time to wake up. We are being led by weak and feckless leadership who only serve to enrich themselves. This was not a terrorist attack. It was a wake-up call. Americans only pay attention to spectacles and violence. What better way to get my point across than a stunt with fireworks and explosives?
Our next guest, former Green Beret Tim Kennedy, knew the suspect and is shown here with him. They both competed in a military-style reality show. He joins us now. Tim, thank you for joining. Yeah, well, I think a lot of us are. Tim Kennedy, thank you for your service, and thank you for joining us this morning.
Yeah, thanks, Charlie. God bless.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.
In his life, 10 years, 15.
I knew this guy. I've met this guy.
Yeah, it took about 36 hours, honestly, about a day and a half into it, when more photos started emerging as to what he looked like in some photos from earlier in his life, 10 years, 15 years ago when I knew him, before I was able to put it together. And I was just flabbergasted. I was left speechless. I couldn't believe it because I really enjoyed the time that I got to spend with him. I found him to be incredibly competent and talented as a special forces operator. And man, I was floored, to be honest. I didn't know what to do or say.
Anything, and I realize you obviously you didn't stay in touch with him over the years, but anything that you remember particularly about his personality that strikes you as particularly kind of hard to wrap your brain around?
Yeah, Charlie, start to finish, categorically, the guy was a great dude. He was fit. He was a good shooter. He was a good communicator. There's 5-6 events that we did in this reality competition show, mostly based around soldier skills, and in every instance, he was seemingly a great person. None of this checks out,
So what they don't understand is a lot of times you might be good at your work, but that don't mean that you're good at something else. I know a lot of people that are really good at business, that are actually great at certain things, but when it comes down to personal life, they actually suck. I get what he's trying to say, and this is a little bit of dialogue as far as a little bit of history when it comes down to this person, but it doesn't take away from what he did, the note that was left, and the fact that he actually admitted to doing it. So I hear what he's saying. What do y'all think? What do y'all think about this? Eddie, I'm from Eddie. What's up? Let me see. Is this the Cybertruck? Yes, that was the Cybertruck guy. That was definitely the Cybertruck guy. A hoax. How ignorant are you? At David, Shamu, Candace Anos. Yes, it was a Cybertruck. Truth. Who said it was a hoax? You are a real... Whoa, wait a minute. Y'all beefing between each other. What is this black man trying to do? Dude, I be carrying the tech for self-defense. Right. For the really happen, really. Yeah. See, you guys are active in here. But what do you guys think about this? What is he trying to explain? I don't, how many times you know people that are really good at their work, but they may be an alcoholic? Somebody that's really good at their work, but, they're a wife beater. Somebody that's real good at their work, but, they probably might have a couple of DUIs or something like that. So, yeah, we understand that that's just one person's opinion of this person, but the bottom line is what? What he did and where we at, the bottom line. And like I always tell you, you could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. Like, share, subscribe to the content. Go on over to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com. That's 2 G's, 2 P's. Pick up some merch. Let your boy know that you was over there. In the description, I always have different things where it comes to surveys and things like that, where you guys can actually make some money for doing some surveys. A lot of different things going on in my life. So if you guys want to join the channel, you can actually become a member now. We got different emojis that come along with being a member. We got the glove, like the Thanos glove, and what that is, you get jewels for the longer that you've been a member of the channel. Once you get to a certain amount of jewels, you get free merch, you get free VIPs, because this ain't all I do. I do events and a whole bunch of stuff all around the country. So I appreciate you guys, and I thank you for coming. This is my release, and I look forward to speaking to you guys when? Tomorrow, because we do this every day on The Bottom Line. It's your boy Bugatti NYC, and like I always tell you, you could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you.